Please tell me something. When was the last time you said something to a woman that truly brought a smile to her face? Did you say something that evoked admiration, respect, and perhaps even attraction in her gaze? Just bear with me if you can't remember or keep repeating lines. Hey, my name is James, and I'm going to show you 6 powerful compliments that will make women forget about you. These aren't your average compliments. They're emotional triggers that speak to her deepest desires, and I promise you, you'll be amazed at the results. So, here's what most guys do wrong when they try to compliment a woman. They say things like, "You look pretty," or "nice dress," which are fine, but they're surface level. The problem is that she's heard these compliments a million times, so if you want to make an impression that lasts, you need to focus on what makes her unique. Women want to feel seen and understood in ways that go beyond looks. Showing that you notice her personality, passions, and even small quirks sets you apart from almost every other guy. The Stoics were delighted at this idea of looking deeper and seeing things for what they really are. Instead of focusing on the surface, they focused on what really matters. By complimenting her beyond her appearance, you're reaching deeper and making a bigger impact. Before we go any further, please subscribe if you're ready to change how you handle relationships using the power of Stoicism. Each video is a step toward changing the way you think and making connections that are stronger and more important. The first thing I want to say is that I think you have a fascinating way of looking at things. Yes, that may appear to be quite straightforward. However, this compliment is replete with influence. It's not just the words, it's what they mean. When you say this to a woman, you're telling her that you value her mind and her unique view on the world. And let's be honest, that's a powerful message. Thank you for one real second. We all want to feel like our ideas and thoughts are important, especially when it comes to something as personal as our view on life. This statement resonates with a universal desire to be recognized and appreciated for more than our physical appearance. Like everyone else, women want to feel like their minds are just as important as how they look. They want to feel smart, wise, and most of all, heard. So the next time she talks about her thoughts, whether they're about a book she's reading, a movie she just saw, or something going on in the world, don't just nod along and move on to the next subject. Take a moment to really understand her point of view. Tell her something like, "Wow, that's such a unique way to look at it. I hadn't thought of it that way." When you do this, you're not just giving her a compliment. You're showing her that you see her as more than just a lovely face. You're showing her that you value her as a person with a deep, unique mind. You're telling her, "Hey, you're someone worth listening to, and trust me, that hits harder." Now, let's talk about Stoicism. The Stoics teach us that we should focus on what we can control, and how we interact with others is one of those things. We can't change others' thoughts or feelings, but we can change our response. A Stoic would say that we are responsible for how we act in interactions with others, and our ability to appreciate them for who they really are. For example, when you give someone a compliment that goes beyond simple praise, you show that you understand and value their character on a deeper level, which in turn shows that you value your own growth and understanding. In this way, you're practicing both wisdom and virtue. It's not enough to simply say, "You look beautiful," but to truly appreciate what makes someone special. If you really want to stand out and make an impression, don't just say, "You look beautiful." Instead, try to appreciate her for the things that make her unique. I assure you that this approach will yield a significantly greater impact. Now let's move on to praise number 2. There's something so captivating about your energy. This one is a game changer because it's not about how she looks, but about how she makes people feel. Compliment 2 off that invisible but totally magnetic force that lights up a room. You know that feeling when someone walks in and suddenly everything just feels a little brighter? That's her energy at work. And when you call attention to it, you're doing something powerful. You're telling her that you notice this intangible quality that makes her who she is. Here's the thing. Women, like all of us, have a unique energy about them. It's the way they move, the way they speak, and the way they make others feel without even trying. It could be her calm presence that instantly puts people at ease, or her enthusiasm that lifts the whole mood of a group. Recognizing this energy shows you appreciate her for who she is, not just how she looks. And here's the kicker. This compliment is rare. Not everyone notices that subtle yet powerful vibe that someone brings into a room. But when you do, you're not just giving her a compliment. Imagine you're at a party or get-together, and instead of looking at her clothes or smile, you're noticing how effortlessly she makes everyone around her feel comfortable, how she has this natural ability to ease tension or make a conversation flow. When you say something from the heart and really mean it, she'll feel that recognition in her bones, and it'll hit her in a different way. It's not just a statement. It's a real recognition of the energy she brings into every room she walks into. For a deeper understanding, let's examine the concept of Stoicism. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, held the belief that true wisdom stems from observing the world and its inhabitants with clarity, avoiding superficial judgments and comprehending the essence of things. In recognizing the true nature of a person beyond their exterior, when you give her a compliment like this, you're acknowledging not only her outward appearance, but also the essence of who she is and how her energy shapes the world around her. It's a method of observing reality without becoming engrossed in minutiae. In the same way, Stoicism encourages us to act with virtue and wisdom in all our interactions. This compliment shows that you're not just reacting to what's in front of you, you're seeing and appreciating the deeper qualities that others might overlook. And here's where the beauty of Stoicism comes in. By practicing this kind of mindfulness, by really paying attention to the people you interact with, you're showing respect, not just for them, but for yourself too. You're practicing self-discipline in how you communicate, offering something meaningful rather than a superficial comment. You're embodying virtue just like the Stoics taught us to do, so when you say your energy is captivating, you're doing more than complimenting her. You're seeing her essence, appreciating her for everything that makes her real. And that's what makes the connection between you both even stronger. This type of recognition, which transcends the surface and directly touches the heart, not only strengthens your bond with her, but also exemplifies a deeper level of respect, mindfulness, and the capacity to recognize individuals for their true selves. The third compliment is that your enthusiasm for your work is truly inspiring. It's powerful to recognize her passion, which is one of her most attractive qualities. Think about it. When she talks about something that excites her, like a project, a hobby, or even a cause she really cares about, she's sharing a real and raw part of herself. When you compliment her on that, you're not just saying positive things about what she's doing, you're recognizing who she is. Imagine this. She's talking about her latest project. As she talks about her goal, her voice is full of life and her eyes light up. You might be contributing to a cause dear to her or initiating a fresh creative endeavor. Instead of simply nodding and responding with a "that's cool," express your admiration for her work by stating, "Your passion for your work is truly inspiring." That's a compliment that sticks. It's not about the task itself, it's about seeing the drive behind it. Being supportive of her ambition, hard work, and long hours is like a nod to her character and values. When you show that you admire this side of her, you're saying that you value the deeper parts of who she is, not just her looks or surface-level traits. This is where Stoicism comes in beautifully. The Stoics believed in living with purpose, embracing effort, and finding meaning in every action we take, no matter how big or small. By recognizing her passion, you're showing that you value her character and values. You're reflecting those Stoic principles by recognizing that her actions are motivated by something good and important. The journey, work, and values that drive her matter as much as the outcome. When you compliment her passion, you're not just making her feel good. You're showing her that you see and value the things that really matter to her. That's the basis for a connection that goes much deeper than flattery. When you do this, you're not just complimenting her, you're letting her shine in the most genuine way possible. When you recognize her passion, you're telling her that you respect her drive, energy, and purpose. And trust me, that's what makes you unforgettable. Leave a comment below with your answer to the question, what's the most powerful compliment you've ever given or received? Let's start a talk about what compliments really mean. Let's do it again. The fourth compliment is, you make everyone around you feel so comfortable. This is a wonderful statement because it hits on something crucial about how she makes other people feel. Think about it. In any social setting, women often bear the emotional burden, ensuring that no one feels excluded, uniting people and fostering a sense of ease. This natural ability to put others at ease is truly powerful. Imagine attending a party with a group of strangers, some shy and some quiet in the corner. Compliment 5, but then there's her. She's the one who effortlessly gets everyone talking, who pulls someone into the conversation, who makes even the shyest person feel seen and heard. You watch how she moves through the room, making people smile, putting them at ease without even trying. That's no accident. She's got this unique ability to connect with people on a deep level. And when you notice it, don't just keep it to yourself. Take a moment to say, I love how you make everyone feel comfortable. It's such a special gift. This is so much more than just a compliment. It's a recognition of her emotional intelligence, her kindness, her ability to bring people together and make them feel safe. You're not just noticing her outward actions, but the care and intention behind them. And trust me, that makes a huge impact. Here's where the Stoic mindset comes into play. The Stoics believed in the power of virtues like kindness, empathy, and compassion. They understood that our connections with others, how we treat them, how we make them feel, are one of the most important aspects of living a fulfilling life. By recognizing her ability to make people feel at ease, you're reflecting those Stoic values. You recognize her emotional intelligence and the positive vibes she brings to the world, which come from having a deep understanding of other people and how important it is to connect with them. This compliment is also about recognizing her strength in a more subtle way. Sometimes, the quiet strength that comes from making people feel safe and welcome is just as powerful, if not more so. Highlighting this shows her that you see her at her core, not just on the surface. When you notice and acknowledge this side of her, you're not just complimenting her actions, you're recognizing the emotional intelligence that drives those actions. You're giving her the space to feel appreciated for the intangible qualities that make her extraordinary, and trust me, she'll remember it. So the next time you see her light up a room or make someone feel more comfortable, tell her how much you admire that special gift. It will deepen your relationship and show her that you value the things that matter most. Compliment 6. This is a wonderful compliment. I love how real you are. This one is about something that's really rare in authenticity in today's world. Being real can feel like a lost art in a world where social media filters expectations and perfect personas are the norm. Meeting someone who is authentic and doesn't strive to fit in or pretend to be someone else is a refreshing and captivating experience. And when you see that in her, when you genuinely notice how she embraces her quirks, her sense of humor, and her honesty, that's when you can really make her feel seen. Imagine talking to her and she's being herself. No masks, no trying to impress, no self-editing. Maybe she cracks a joke that's a little offbeat, or shares something deeply personal with you, no filter. You can tell she's comfortable in her own skin, and that confidence is contagious. It's the kind of thing that stands out in a sea of people who are constantly trying to be something they're not. And when you take the time to recognize that authenticity, she'll feel like she's found someone who truly appreciates her for who she is, not some version she feels pressured to be. When you say something like, "I love how authentic you are," it's not just a compliment, it's a statement of admiration. It's a nod to her courage to be genuine. Even when society often pushes people to conform, you're not just pointing out her behavior. You're acknowledging the strength it takes to stay true to herself in a world that's always trying to sell her something different, and that's powerful. Here's where Stoicism ties in beautifully. The Stoics, especially figures like Marcus Aurelius and Epicurus, were all about embracing who we truly are, our strengths, our flaws, our humanity, and not hiding behind facades or trying to be something we're not. They understood that it's only by embracing authenticity that we can live a life of virtue and peace. Stoicism teaches us that by accepting ourselves and others as we truly are, without the pressure to constantly be better in society's eyes, we can find true freedom in a way. Recognizing her authenticity aligns perfectly with Stoic principles of virtue. The idea is to appreciate someone for who they are without judging or comparing them to others. By giving her this compliment, you're boosting her confidence and showing that you value her inner strength. Trust me, she will hold on to that. Consider this. In a world that constantly strives to transform us into someone else, a person who embodies authenticity is a refreshing respite amidst the smog of the city. When you show her that you notice and appreciate her authenticity, you're not just complimenting her, you're celebrating her for being brave enough to stand out and just be herself. So the next time she does or says something that is distinctly her, tell her how much you admire it. It's one of the most sincere compliments you can give, and she'll remember it for a long time. Being real is the real prize. The sixth compliment: your presence adds an element of excitement to everything. This compliment goes beyond being generic. It truly captures the essence of what makes her presence so unique. Saying this links their energy and vibe to the emotions they make you and others feel. It's about acknowledging the unique spark she possesses, which transforms an ordinary evening of silence into a night filled with laughter and significance. Perhaps it's the enthusiasm with which she expresses her thoughts, or the infectious nature of her laughter, that elicits a sense of comfort in everyone. Think about a moment like this in your own life. You may have been having a normal day, until she did or said something that completely changed the mood and made everything better and more memorable. By telling her this, you're showing her that her effect isn't just noticed, it's deeply valued. What makes this even more powerful is that it goes beyond superficial admiration. You're not just praising her looks or something fleeting. You're recognizing the intangible qualities that make her irreplaceable. Now let's look at this through the lens of Stoicism, finding the key to real attraction and connection. They talked a lot about how our actions and appearance affect the world around us. Marcus Aurelius wrote about how we all have the ability to contribute to the greater harmony of life through our actions and energy. When you tell her that she makes everything feel more exciting, you're acknowledging that she's embodying this Stoic principle in her own way. Her energy creates a ripple effect, elevating the experience of those around her. And that's not something everyone can do. It's a rare and beautiful gift. So when you look her in the eye and say, "You have this way of making everything feel more exciting," you're doing more than just giving her a compliment. You're creating a moment of genuine connection. You're telling her that her unique essence is something you notice and treasure, And let me tell you, that kind of acknowledgement is unforgettable. It deepens your bond and lets her know that she's valued not just for what she does, but for the joy and excitement she brings into your life. Now, here's the key: delivery is everything. If your compliments sound forced or fake, they won't have the same effect. You need to say it with meaning, look her in the eyes, speak confidently, and let her feel the sincerity behind your words. The more real you are, the more powerful your compliment will be. So here's your challenge. This week, try giving her one of these comments, but don't do it right away. Wait for the right time and place. When you see her eyes light up, you'll know you did a fantastic job. If this video was helpful, please like, follow, and click the bell icon. See you in the next video.